Hi, I'm Jace. I'm a music analyst, classical singer, and dancer. And today, Jamaima and I are going to have a look at Truman by HAN and Felix from Stray Kids. It's taken me a little while to get to the two rap-heavy Stray Kids duo songs. I did Escape and Cinema quite a while ago, and I think it's just because rap is not something that I know a lot about. So I can still comment on the musical bits and pieces, but the vocals are a bit more difficult for me to talk about than when it's something completely sung like cinema. That being said, Stray Kids has now done a duo swap at their latest fan meet like they did with their solo songs last time, and I really want to see those, but I've been intentionally not watching them so that I can do a video about it. And I'm getting impatient. So I need to get these two done, and then we will be able to do live performance analysis of both the original duo and their swaps. So that is going to be fun. You'll probably be able to hear Jemima purring throughout the video because she's cold, and when she's cold, she likes to cuddle in my jacket. And I am not moving her because she is far too cute. Here we go. I absolutely adore this opening bit with that bass guitar, dum dee dum dum dee da da da. And then you have all of the very high, with quite a lot of vibrato vocals going on, and then the violin. And it gives you almost a bit of an unreal, ethereal feel, like you're not quite tethered to the world, which matches up really well with that visual of Han like balancing on the chair. Oh, are you going to shout at me for singing? I'm sorry. She gets irritated when I sing properly. I like that because that it's not just dum 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 dum. There's a little bit of a pause. Dum 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 dum. Tuck your head in if you're so bothered. Okay, bye. Of course, there's other harmonies going on there too.
Visions of my future, but sometimes the wrong shade slip in the picture. Feel like a failure, a loser, but oh my god.
Then we have the synth chords coming in and that weird, almost deadened guitar string sound. So it sounds like somebody's got their hand muting the strings almost, but the sound is still coming through, and I'm not sure what instrument that is or how they're doing it.
Reminds me I'm human, head high, I keep on moving, living real like Truman. I'm the Truman. We're all same, no difference.
Okay, that line, head high, living real like Truman. Yes. So a reference to the Truman Show, the movie, and living a real life rather than a fake life. And the name Truman is a very clever one for that because Truman, true man, the real man. A real human being. I'm a real boy. Okay, let's carry on. And remember to put subtitles on because I forgot to do that.
sketch visions of my future, but sometimes the wrong shade slip in the picture. Feel like a failure, a loser, but oh my God reminds me I'm human. Head high, keep on moving, living real like Truman. I'm the Truman. We're all same.
There we go. They used that Truman, the Truman. Huh. I haven't actually looked at the words for that properly before.
Living real like Truman, I'm the Truman. We're all same, no difference. Fell fear, bad days made me more different. I born free.
Huh. I born freak. Interesting. I always thought it was I'm born free, which is quite interesting and something that kind of resonated with me a little bit, because in South Africa we have what's called the born free generation, and that's kind of everybody from 1994, after the elections and South Africa moved into democracy, people to around people born between 94 and the mid 2000s, and yeah, we're called the born free generation because apartheid and all of that.
No difference, fell fear, bad days made me more different. I born free. This is my own movement. We don't care cause we're blessed.
That, okay, out you go. Now that Jamaima has resettled herself.
No difference, fell fear, bad days made me more different. I born free. This is my own movement. We don't care cause we're...
I love the little percussion that's in there. It's like the second hand of a clock ticking, but it's not in a constant time.
We're all same, no difference. Fell fear, bad days made me more different. I born free. This is my own movement. We don't care cause we're blessed. I don't play, you know it, keep it honey. Cop and know that shit whenever I want it. It's that beast mode, as Ranger calls it. Got trophies in the bag, cause I'm staying lucky. Yeah, better bands, raise my hands, solo bands.
Okay. I am not really going to discuss the lyrics and stuff. There are a lot of references in here that I don't get, and I know that I don't get them. They go straight over my head. I am here to look at the music, not the references. So, here. We've got that slowing down and speeding up noise there in the transition between the intro and this first chorus.
It's that bass mode, as Ranger calls it. Got trophies in the bag, cause I'm staying lucky. Yeah, better bands, raise my hands, solo fans.
And we've now switched from that plucked bass guitar to the electronic bass here, because we had that really gorgeous plucked bass here.
This is my own movement. We don't care cause we're blessed. I don't play, you know it, keep it honey.
No bass, just Felix's voice, and then we get the that fisheye lens shot is a bit weird.
Woke up 5 a.m. trying to catch a plane, we don't waste time. Sister was a kid, young ambitions got me out of school. I'm a following orders, now I make my own rules. Still got that fire burning, shining like a jewel. This is our groove.
The dances in this video fascinate me and have fascinated me since I first watched it.
So stay lucky. Yeah, better bands, raise my hands, solo fans. Gas is running, hit the pedal, we gon' fast. We so advanced, we the first and the last. We so advanced, we the first and the last. Woke up 5 a.m. trying to catch a
So you've got all of the contortion stuff going. And that is particularly effective there because of the silhouette, so you can't see any details, so you can't tell how he's bending his arms. It looks weird and impossible. And the silhouette makes it look more unreal because you can't see whether his arm is moving forwards or backwards, kind of. We got the moves, and we've got the guy dancing in the back, and then LV shoes, but no close-up shot on Felix's shoes, but yeah. Oh! Oh, we have an F1 reference in there. Huh? I like the song more now. Okay. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the lyrics of this. Okay, referencing Charles Leclerc in there. And Felix was at the China Grand Prix this year. I didn't actually see him on any of the stuff, the live feed, but I saw pictures and whatever afterwards. And I'm kind of surprised that that's the first time I'm seeing or hearing of him going to a Grand Prix, because famously the Grand Prix trophies travel in Louis Vuitton. And Louis Vuitton is one of the big sponsors, and Felix and Louis Vuitton, and I'm surprised that he hasn't shown up before now, but meh. All of those ad-libs in the background. Taking our time like Charles Leclerc. I feel like that could be showing that. I feel like that could be throwing shade, but it could also be taking the time, the top time, the shortest race time. So. I masticate all of my enemies, chew them up, and then Pac-Man. The difference in the sound between the two of them. Han's got such a clean, bright vocal sound compared to Felix. Felix's is darker and grittier, and of course, lower. I'm just going to go back to Felix's same bit there. Okay, wait. So Han is doing something really interesting here as well, because he's using a rougher, breathier sound in the sung bits. And it kind of matches what Felix is doing. And some of that is the vocal layering used to make a little bit of a buzzy sound, but a lot of it is just what he's doing with his vocals. I don't play, you know we keep it honey. Capping all that shit whenever I want it. It's that beast mode as regular cozy. Got trophies in the bag cause I'm staying lucky. Okay, so we've listened to that through Felix's verse. Okay, and into Han's pre-chorus. Completely different sound. Apart from singing it higher, the sound is cleaner, and he's got a little bit of echoey reverb on there. Pausing Stray Kids music videos is always a little bit risky because you end up with very funny things on your screen sometimes.
Keep it taunted, cupping all the shit whenever I want it. Is that beast mode? Everyone get caught, I got troubles in the bag, cause I'm still locking. Yeah, run up bands, where's my hands, sell fans. Guess it's running, hit the pedal, we gon' fast. We so advanced, we the first and the last. We so advanced, we the first and the last. Yeah, we're punk, go take your nut.
Okay. Look how well Felix and Han stand out in the different color. And also then how the backup dancers fade into the back because they're shooting in a spotlit area against a dark background. So
Taunted, cupping all the shit whenever I want it. Is that beast mode? Everyone get caught, I got troubles in the bag, cause I'm still locking. Yeah, run up bands, where's my hands, sell fans. Guess it's running, hit the pedal, we gon' fast. We so
I love that choreo. It's very clever.
Is that beast mode? Everyone get caught, I got troubles in the bag, cause I'm still locking. Yeah, run up bands, where's my hands, sell fans.
What is that movie?
Cause I'm still locking. Yeah, run up bands.
It's just a little thingy, which could be referencing the Merc little symbol, the wheel that they have. Raise my hands, salute fans, and then they have the hands going out and then sliding back across quickly, going fast, and then they've got the back almost like driving movement. It's very clever choreo. So the choreo isn't directly matching what's been said as it's being said, but there's little kind of elements of the choreo that match up with bits of the chorus and the feel and style of the words, even if it's not at the same time. Hit the pedal. I love Han's ad-lib noises and stuff that he puts in because he always puts in such interesting sounds, like eh. It's like he's sticking his tongue out at somebody. Eh. Also, I really like how the music drops away there. Because you've got lots of sound and then you've got that trap. Silence in music. I love it. And there's a fantastic example in cinema and there's a great example here as well. Ooh, we have a new sound. Dum, da, dum, da, dum, in there, and I don't know what it is. Sounds like it might be a Korean instrument. They fall behind, everybody behind him.
Whenever I want it. Is that beast mode? Everyone get caught, I got troubles in the bag, cause I'm still locking. Yeah, run up bands, where's my hands, sell fans. Guess it's running, hit the pedal, we gon' fast.
And we've got these really buzzy synth sounds on the way out. Although there's not much to that analysis, I really, really enjoy that song. It's a very hype song. And yeah, I mean, as you could see, I was dancing along. But yeah, I feel like I don't have that much to say and that much to point out with the rap heavy bits and pieces, because rap is not really a style of vocals that I know a lot about. I hope that there were some interesting bits and pieces in there that you like anyway, and that you maybe picked up something that you hadn't heard before. As you may have seen from the post that I put out earlier this week, I have changed my upload schedule a little bit, or rather, I've changed the way I'm organizing my videos. So I'm hoping to do one long form video and then 3 shorter ones in a cycle. And then I'm rotating topics between the long form videos. So sometimes you'll get a long choreography video, sometimes you'll get a long vocals video, sometimes you'll get a long behind the scenes video, etc., etc., etc. And then the other ones in between will be continuing the series that I've been starting and new ones that I'm going to start, as well as requests, and those are mostly going to be decided through polls. I've got a list of over 200 requests that I have not filmed yet. I've got roughly 50 that I've already done. And I have a tally of how many times those specific things have been requested. So if you want to see something really badly, request it and I will add to the tally, because the things that go into the polls are most likely to be the things that get requested most often. That's all from me for this one. I am going to move on. Bye. Are you cold? Come on. Ooh. Purr at the microphone for a little bit. Come here. Tum tum. Oh, sorry, am I singing? Oh dear. She hasn't screamed at me yet, which is what she normally does. She'll turn around and